I've heard those city singers singing about how they can love deeper than the oceans, higher than the stars above. Well, I come from the country and I know I ain't seen it all, but I heard that ocean's salty and the stars they sometimes fall, and that would not do justice to the way I feel for you. So I had to sing a song about all the things I knew. My love is deeper than the holler, stronger than the river, higher than the pine trees growing tall upon the hill. My love is purer than the snowflakes that fall in late December, and honest as a robin on a springtime windowsill, and longer than the song of a whippoorwill. From the back roads to the Broadway shows with 1,000,000 miles between, there's at least 1,000,000 love songs that people love to sing, and everyone is different and everyone's the same, and this is just another way of saying the same thing. My love is deeper than the holler, stronger than the river, higher than the pine trees growing tall upon the hill. My love is purer than the snowflakes that fall in late.
Accessing.
The following is a presentation of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network, KZMC McCook. Listen online at 1021kzmc.com and the 1021 KZMC mobile app. This is high school basketball. Coverage on the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network is brought to you by
Acres Equipment of McCook, Advanced Automotive Repair, Amateurs Bar and Grill, Bronick Truck and Trailer, Caleb's Custom Farming, Channel Seeds, Andrew Carpenter, Community Hospital, Crabelli Physical Therapy, Cross Creek Golf Links, Doyle Auto Repair, Faw Motor Company, First Central Bank, First State Insurance, Foster Sales, Go Light, HFC Egress, Happy's Feed Store and Fuel Center, Hitchin' Public Transit, Hogemeyer Seeds, Troy Wiestad, Hometown Agency of Wauneta, Honeyman Custom Harvesting, Huxell Seeds, Jimmy John's, Corporate Seeds, Elbar L. Angus, Lockenauer Jones Mortuary, M&B Bank, Mark's Pharmacy and Shirley K's Coffee Shop, McCook Lettering, McCook Mechanical Services, Medicine Creek Family Dentistry, Mid-Plains Community College, Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union, Pinpoint Communications, Red Willow Chemical, River Valley Services, Ruggles Seeds, Runza Restaurant, Sandway Floor Covering and Furniture, Sandman Grow Yard, Sodtown Sundries, Southwest Farm and Auto Supply, Southwest Public Power District, Stockman's Bank, Susie's Creative Stitches, TKO Pest Control, Taco John's, Tri-Valley Health System, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation, Vieira Wireless, Walgreens Supermarket, Wauneta Care and Therapy Center, Wauneta Crossroads, Waypoint Bank of Cambridge, Webb's Oilfield Service, and Western Select Genetics.
Now with the start of game day coverage, here's Trent Florham.
Good evening and welcome to the Taco John's pregame show here on True Country Radio 1021 KZMC. I am Trent Florham, and tonight we bring you high school girls basketball between the Wauneta-Palisade Broncos and the Cambridge Trojans. The Broncos are coming off a 13-10 season that saw them reach the sub-district final where they lost to Medicine Valley 56-51. They lost several seniors off that team, but they returned 3 seniors and 3 juniors who saw a lot of playing time or started last season, including Peyton Cox and Gracie Goings. The Broncos opened their season last night against Wallace, getting the win 49-45. The Trojans opened the season last night taking on the Hitchcock County Falcons. It took both teams a while to get going, but the Trojans ended the quarter on a 6-2 run to lead 12-6 after one. The Trojan defense was tremendous in quarter two as they held the Falcons to 3 points while scoring 11 of their own to lead 23-9 at the half, and it looked like the Trojans were going to walk away with it. The Falcons had other ideas, though, as they came out in the third quarter and warmed up and outscored the Trojans 13-6 to make it 29-22 in favor of the Trojans going into the fourth quarter. The teams battled back and forth in the fourth quarter, with the Trojans coming out on top 12-8 in the quarter to make the final score Cambridge 41, Hitchcock County 30. Jalen Kemp, Brylan Springer, and Aaron Johnson were the Amateurs Bar and Grill players of the game. The Trojans defeated the Broncos 45-43 last season. We're going to take a break, and when the Taco John's pregame show continues, we will be joined by Wauneta-Palisade head coach Matt Cox and all the action right here on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Brynick Truck and Trailer in Arapahoe is the name you can count on for quality, dependable work for your truck or trailer projects. Brynick Truck or Trailer Repair is your home for truck sales, grain trailer rentals, and automotive or diesel services. No matter the season, you want your truck to be in working, dependable order. So don't delay. Get your equipment ready to run and call Brynick Truck and Trailer at 308-962-7200. That's 308-962-7200. 962-7200.
Hello, farmers. If you're interested in trying a biological product on your farm but aren't sure where to start or what product is right for you, give Caleb Nutt a call. Caleb is your local Myco-Gold and Genesis Ag representative. With a diverse lineup of products that can be applied on the seed, in furrow, with starter fertilizer as well as foliar, you can be sure that they have a product that's right for you. To get started, call Caleb Nutt today. 308-367-6457. That's 308-367-6457.
They say if you listen hard enough, you can hear the corn grow. It's true. When you're out in the field, you understand its challenges and what it needs to thrive. Channel Seedsmen bring insights from the field to our team of Bayer plant breeders. Their knowledge inspires our product development. From your best ground to your most challenging conditions, our products are designed to perform in your fields.
This is Andrew Carpenter, your local Channel Seedsman covering Furnace County and surrounding areas. Please contact me at 308-737-9394.
Taco John's Courtside continues now from the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Taco John's pregame show here on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC. I am Trent Florman. Joining me now is Wauneta-Palisade Bronco head coach Matt Cox. And, Coach, thanks for taking the time to be here on the Taco John's pregame show.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me.
Hey, how's the injury bug treated you guys? Everybody come through volleyball in the first couple weeks of practice here unscathed?
Yeah, pretty good. Had a couple kids that I really thought would contribute varsity level for sure. We're missing them in practice. Riley McCrum's a senior and still kind of not real sure. She tried to go early in the season on her knee and kind of hurt it at the end of volleyball. Tried to go in basketball and turned funny, and it just wasn't going to work. So. She's definitely out here for a little bit. And then Maggie DeWester made it through volleyball. Her kneecap was kind of sliding out of place at different times and made it through volleyball, but didn't think that was going to work very good in basketball. So she had surgery on that. So we're down a couple kids, but otherwise there's no shortage of kids. I think we've got 18 or 20 on the roster and a lot of kids to manage every day, but we're kind of fighting our way through it. It's not a bad problem to have.
Hey, how did summer workouts go for you guys? I know last year you were talking about, man, the girls went all over the place. They played like 60 or 70 ball games, it seems like. And was that the case this summer again?
No. This was we lost a ton of experience a year ago and we went and played summer league in McCook. But otherwise, we just kind of stayed home. Went to the gym for kind of most of June till they refinished the floor and kind of kicked us out, and a little bit in July. But they were doing. Colby took the summer workouts, and she was getting a really good turnout, and they were, working out 3 or 4 days a week in their individual stuff. They'd scrimmage, just needed to play basketball and probably against each other more than anything. And you can see the growth. Like, there's a lot of kids that you can see, several kids that have done a ton of shooting, since the end of the year last year, and it is showing in practice. I hope it kind of transitions over to games, but I've been really, really pleased with the technical things that they picked up, just in individual instruction over the summertime.
Well, you are listening to the Taco John's pregame show. I am Trent Florham, visiting with Wauneta-Palisade Bronco head coach Matt Cox. And Coach, what are some of the goals and expectations you set with this team? I know you got like I said, you lost a lot of experience off last year, but you still got quite a few girls that are coming back that have played a lot for you the last couple of years. So what are some of the goals and expectations you guys set for this season?
Well, it's I know everybody I talk to and do interviews with, I keep banging the drum, but it's still worth talking about. The regular season is unbelievably important anymore with the way everything is structured.
Right.
We, in the old days, it used to be go through the regular season, try to make some noise in conference tournament and peak for sub-districts and districts. Not that way anymore. Like, you can't afford to drop the ball a lot during the regular season, or you're in real trouble come sub-district and sub-state time. So, we have to break it down. And a teenage girl, you can't just go and say, hey, we need to win, 8 games in a row here, and we'll be in a good spot. Like, that's too much for them. We've got to break it down into quarters and, try to score double digits offensively, and defensively hold the single digits. Like, that's a tangible thing. And there's times that, with a minute left and it's 8-8, like, we know the goal. We might want to burn a minute off the clock and take the last shot and try to win the quarter 10-8. Like, that stuff kind of matters. And it's something that they can focus on. And, at the end of the game, it matters. Like it's a W, but we've got an unbelievably difficult sub-district. It's always a goal to be the 1 seed, so you have the opportunity to host. That can be a really long week, and miles matter, but it'll be an uphill climb. It'll be an uphill climb just speaking to the quality of teams that are in that sub. So, take it 1 quarter at a time, try to win a half and try to win a basketball game. And that's kind of what we're after. We're not here to reinvent the wheel and, hang 70 on anybody. We're here to win by 1. That's it. Like, that is the goal.
Well, tonight you're going to take on the Cambridge Trojans, a team you're pretty familiar with. You guys play them about every year. Talk to us about the Trojans, what you know about them, and how do you guys come out with the W?
I don't know a lot about them basketball-wise, but I know they had a tremendous volleyball season, and those things, that carries over too. Like, success is contagious, and it's horribly addictive. And, we will have our hands full with the size of kids that they put on the floor. And we're not a small basketball team, but, a lot of it is going to be trying to keep the basketball out of the lane and a long ways from the hoop, limit them to 1 shot, and be very disciplined in our rebounding, and get to the other end of the floor and kind of grind a little bit, kind of get them in a half court. We can get in a flow early. I really like us in a half court offense, but we're going to have to move the basketball. And, we come out in the first half and have double-digit turnovers. There's either been too many possessions or we've been way too careless with the basketball. Like, that has to be a single-digit number in the first half for us to be in that basketball game.
Well, Matt, I want to thank you for taking the time to be here on the Taco John's pregame show. I want to wish you good luck tonight and also throughout the rest of your season.
Thanks, Trent. I appreciate it.
That was Wauneta-Palisade Bronco head coach Matt Cox. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back to the Taco John's pregame show, we'll hear what Cambridge Trojan head coach Kaylin Hollander had to say following their game against Hitchcock County last night, and all the action's right here on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
Corporate Seeds. This is a family that grew up in the seed industry, a family that knows that food grown on healthy land with healthy farming produces healthy food. We are all stewards of this land, and it is our responsibility to care for its health to support yours. Regular deliveries and pickups are available in your area. Contact Corporate Seeds to learn more today. Call 308-697-4848. That's 697-4848. Or you can see their website online at corporateseeds.com. See Corbelli Physical Therapy in Cambridge on Main Street to help you get the most out of your life. Hometown expert pain management and rehabilitation services are located in the heart of downtown Cambridge. Come into Corbelli Physical Therapy and ask about dry needling. It's just one of the techniques used for treatment of pain and movement impairments. Learn more by stopping into Corbelli Physical Therapy at 706 Patterson in Cambridge, or call for an appointment anytime to 697-4211. That's 697-4211.
Looking for that great course with lush fairways and fast, pure rolling greens? Looking for that course whose price doesn't break your pocketbook? Well, look no further than Cross Creek Golf Links in Cambridge. Tough enough to challenge the best golfers and easy enough to bring the whole family. A great golf course and a great price. And don't forget to check out the Facebook page and website for upcoming tournaments and other events. Call the clubhouse for more information at 308-697-4768. Your jewel of the Southwest. Cross Creek Golf Links in Cambridge.
Taco John's Courtside continues now from the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
Cambridge Trojan head coach Kaylin Hollander. And Coach, got the first win of the season out of the way, a pretty good win, especially in the first half. You guys played really well.
Yeah, I'm really glad we got that win tonight. We played really well coming out. It was nice to see us come out and dominate right away, but we kind of struggled in that third quarter coming out of halftime. It was a little ugly.
Yeah, so right off the bat, you guys jumped out and played very well on the offensive side. You scored 12 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, led that 23-9 at halftime. So the defense was even really good.
Yes, I thought we came out and played really good defense, especially because our size is really big, and Hitchcock is a lot smaller than us, and they play a lot more guard. So we had some posts that had to play more of a guard. But I thought we did really well with it. I think a lot of it, when we came out of that third quarter, we were just a little tired.
Yeah, and so every sport has its own shape, and the girls were in volleyball shape. I mean, obviously they got second in state.
Yes.
They're in pretty good shape for volleyball, but now you're coming up, and instead of just running 6 feet on the floor or whatever, back and forth across the side, and you're going up and down the entire floor now. A whole different. Only able to score 6 points there, and actually it was 2 until about the last minute and a half, and all of a sudden you kind of went on a little streak right there.
Yes.
Got outscored there 13-6. What do you think? Is it just going to be just game prep? I mean, as getting back into shape is going to help that?
Some of it's going to be getting back into shape, and then just also just doing those little things. And, I talk about the girls all the time. You got to play one possession at a time, and you got to be disciplined enough to have those stops and then get those buckets when we need to, and be patient on offense. Sometimes we're not always the most patient. And also, I felt like our post kind of struggled in that third quarter, and we just couldn't quite find the glass for them. But once we finally calmed down in that fourth quarter, we finally started pulling away slowly.
Yeah, speaking of your post, Aaron Johnson led you led you in scoring with 15, and Brylan Springer had an 8 out of the post position. They had quite a few post-to-post passes in there, too.
Oh, yes. They are so much fun to watch. They really see each other really well, and they look for each other. They know when to give each other the ball and when not to. It's really nice whenever, they kick it into them, and then when one of them dives and they finally see the other one, and they just pass really well between them. They have a really good vibe between them.
You and I talked about that off air, after the interview there, and we were talking about how well they see each other, and you said you were really pleased with that during practice.
Oh, yeah.
It showed tonight.
Oh, yes. Now I just need to get my guards to hop in on that and get more comfortable with their passes into the post. And that will come with the season and getting comfortable with that, with the ball in their hand, I told you off air that, we don't really have a true point guard this year, and that's where we're going to struggle a little bit. But as every game comes along, we'll get better.
You guys hit a couple of threes tonight, though, probably better than last season. This first game anyway. Aspen Webb, Emery Tomlin, even Aaron Johnson stepped up and hit a 3 for you guys tonight. Got to get Jalen Kent hitting a few of them threes.
Yes.
That's back to where she was as a sophomore.
She had some really good shots tonight. They just kind of went in and out. The one thing I will give her credit for was, she wasn't a huge offensive threat today, but man, did she kill it on defense.
Yes.
She was all over that play. She was doing those hustle plays. It was a lot of fun to see her all over that court again.
I would like to know how many balls she touched tonight on the defensive side, because every time
she's finally starting to understand when to read those passes and when to get those hands out there, and she's just so stinking quick.
Yes, she is. So tomorrow night you're going to take on the Wauneta-Palisade Broncos. They're playing their first game tonight too. Don't have any score updates. Have not heard anything.
I haven't either.
So talk to us about Wauneta-Palisade, what you know about them, and how do you guys come out with the W tomorrow?
Waupa is always one of those very physical, aggressive teams. It's always kind of an ugly game because it's the second game, and we just got done playing our first game against Hitchcock. So it's always kind of a battle for us. But I feel like they're a little bit down compared to what they have been. But as long as we come out and we can have good passes and do those little things, we could definitely come out on top.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Kaylin, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
That was Cambridge Trojan head coach Kaylin Hollander. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have some more high school basketball right here on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
Listen up! The following is a presentation of high school basketball from the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network, KZMC McCook. Listen online at 1021kzmc.com and the 1021 KZMC mobile app. High school basketball is on the air.
Goes inside Springer in the middle of the lane. Turnaround jumper off the glass and in. Tromke going down, kicks it back out to Allmeyer. Catch and shoot three, buries it.
Let's go courtside. Here's Trent Florham.
Goes McCook doing the starting lineups here. Let's bring them to you. Brought to you tonight by Mark's Pharmacy and Know Your Number. High blood pressure in the United States is a major problem. 70 million American adults have high blood pressure. Mark's Pharmacy can help you know your number with a quality blood pressure machine in the home to help get accurate results that are sent directly to your doctor. Contact Mark's Pharmacy to learn more and know your number. Now here are tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the Broncos, number 2, a 5'7" sophomore, Cheyenne Parrish. Number 10, a 5'10" senior, Gracie Goings. Number 13, a 5'6" sophomore, McKenna Detker. Number 23, a 6' senior, Peyton Cox. And number 25, a 5'10" junior, Isabel Steno. Matt Cox, your head coach. Colby Cox, the assistant coach for the Broncos. For the Trojans tonight, number 3, a 5'9" sophomore, Mallory Springer. Number 5, a 5'9" senior, Jalen Kent. Number 15, a 5'3" senior, Bailey Allmeyer. Number 24, a 5'10" senior, Brylan Springer. And number 31, a 6'1" junior, Aaron Johnson. Head coach is Caitlin Hollander, assistant coach Logan Pabin for the Trojans. It'll be Johnson and Cox to jump it up. Trojans will go left to right across your radio dial here in the first half. Broncos go right to left. Referee approaches this, controlled by the Broncos, and it's Gracie Goings with it. She'll bring it up across the timeline, picked up by Mallory Springer. Trojans in that 1-3. Nope, they're going to play man-to-man here. And this is Peyton Cox for 3, and she drills it from a long ways out there. And Brylan Springer was up in her face, but she still drills it. 3-0 Broncos after their first possession. Jalen Kent to Mallory Springer, goes inside. Johnson loses the ball. It's right in the hands of Peyton Cox, went right through her hands. Good pass there from Springer. Goings with it now for the Broncos across the timeline, top of the key. Going to work to the right side. Going to pass it off to Cheyenne Parrish. Parrish comes to the left side. This is number 13, Detker. Back up top, it's going to be thrown away. And Kent almost tried to chase it down there to get it to maybe get the fast break layup as the Broncos had just didn't watch it go out, but couldn't get there. It's out of bounds, Trojan basketball. And Springer will inbound it. She'll get it into Brylan Springer. Inside it goes to Johnson. Johnson back out to Mallory Springer. 3 on the way from the left wing. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to number 23, Peyton Cox. Cox working on the top of the key. Gets it off the right side to Detker. Detker coming back up top to Steno. Steno off to Goings. A long 3 from Gracie Goings off the back of the rim. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down. It's picked up by Bailey Allmeyer. Allmeyer pushing it up the floor now for the Trojans. Left side of the floor, work back to the middle. Hands it off to Jalen Kent. Kent working to the left side, gets it back to Allmeyer. Allmeyer right back to Kent on the wing. Skip pass over to Mallory Springer on the right wing. Looking inside, gets it to Allmeyer. Back to Springer. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Allmeyer back to Springer, left side now, or top of the key to Johnson. Inside to Brylan Springer, back out to Jalen Kent. She'll drive and has a shot blocked by Peyton Cox. And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. They'll have it underneath their own basket here. Off the far side. As I said, going left to right across your radio dial. Wearing the white uniforms with the orange numbers on them. Springer gets it into Allmeyer. Inside it goes to Brylan Springer. Back out Jalen Kent. Got to drive. Gets to the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Mallory Springer. She'll drive. Gets it inside out to Allmeyer. Shots on the way. In and out. Can't get it to go. Peyton Cox with the rebound. Still in the 3-0 Broncos. Just getting underway. About nearing the 2-minute mark, gone out of this opening quarter. Goings. Going to get it off. This is Detker with it. Detker working with Allmeyer. Gets it into Peyton Cox. Shots on the way. She can't get it to go. Rebound comes down. It's picked up by Mallory Springer. Springer pushing it up the floor. Gets it to Jalen Kent. Left side up high. Kent going to lob it inside for Johnson. Throws it over the top of her. Peyton Cox waiting for it. And she'll hand it off to Gracie Goins, and the Broncos will walk it up the floor. 3-0 Wauneta-Palisade with the lead. 5:40 left in the opening period. Just getting underway. Goings off the right side to Detker. Detker comes back up top to Steno. Steno left side to Peyton Cox. Back up top, this is number 2, that's Parrish. Off to Goings, another long 3 from Gracie Goings. It can't get this one to go either. It's off the back of the rim, and Brylan Springer will pull down the rebound for the Trojans. Gets it out to Jalen Kent on the outlet. Kent down the floor, top of the key. Going to go left side to Mallory Springer. Mallory looking around, gets it off to Aaron Johnson. Johnson throws it inside for Brylan Springer. Nice pass and a nice move by Brylan Springer. She puts it in and she's fouled. Brylan Springer with the early basket here for the Trojans, the first of the night for the Trojans. The foul is on number 25, Isabel Steno, her first, and that'll send Brylan Springer to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Into the ballgame comes Emma Acton, a 5'7" freshman for the Broncos. Cheyenne Parrish to the bench. Springer's free throw on the way, swishes it, and we're tied up. 3 apiece. 5 minutes left here in the opening period. Goings will walk it up the floor. Broncos, you heard Matt Cox say they're going to take their time. Want to limit the number of possessions both teams have. Peyton Cox with it on the right wing. Cox going to lob it inside, and it's going to be knocked away by Jalen Kent. Oh, she should have probably just let that go because I don't think Acton was going to get there. But now it's Bronco basketball underneath their own basket off the far side there. Steno sent on the left block, everybody else down the free throw lane. Trying to get it in. It's stolen away by Jalen Kent. She's off to the races. Trying to go coast to coast down the left side of the lane. Lays it up and in. The Trojans with their first lead of the night. They lead at 5-3. Here come the Broncos now. A little up tempo, but they slow it back down. Goings top of the key for the Broncos. Right side it goes to Steno. Steno with that ACL brace on that left knee. Gets it inside. And they lose it. And Brylan Springer picks up. Tried to get it to Acton, but she lost the ball. Brylan Springer there. And he gets it off to Jalen Kent. Now up to Mallory Springer on the right wing. Springer back up top to Jalen Kent. She'll work back to Springer here on the right side. Back to Kent. Up top it goes Brylan Springer. Inside Aaron Johnson. Johnson with a spin move out of the lane. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound comes down to number 13, McKenna Decker. Decker will hand it off to Goings, and she'll walk it up the floor. See if the Trojans at some point decide to pick up the tempo with a little press here. Goings, and she's going to go, and it's going to be a timeout by Coach Matt Cox called as she crosses the timeline. 5-3 Trojans, 3:55 left in the opening period. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Foster Sales of Bartley sells and services Walker mowers. Come in or call Foster Sales to schedule a test drive, or they can even bring it to you. Here's the best part. They even have inventory and parts on hand, such as blades, belts, oil, filters, pulleys, and more. Walker mowers have the out front advantage and innovative attachments such as dethatcher, rotary brush, and a loader bucket. They even have multi-decks as well. Walker also has financing available. Want to know more about a Walker mower? Visit with Foster Sales. Look them up on Facebook and YouTube. Walker Mower from Foster Sales. When you want fast, easy, beautiful mowing.
A member of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZM. Steve Tremblay back here with you along with August Miller back at the studios in McCook. 5-3 Trojans. Got a good officiating crew here tonight. And they lob it inside for Cox. She's going to battle against Brylan Springer. Puts it up and in. We got a tie ball game. Peyton Cox with all 5 points for the Broncos. 5-5 your score. 3:45 left in this opening period. Knocked away by Goings. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans at half court. Mallory Springer to inbound it. She'll get it in. Going to come up the floor looking for Johnson. Goes inside to Brylan Springer. Spin move out of the middle of the lane. Shots up, won't go. And the rebound comes down to Peyton Cox for the Broncos. Cox going to get it up to Goings. She'll bring it across the timeline. Left side it goes to Steno. Now back out to number 13. That was Detker. Back up top it comes to Goings. Goings going to try to run a pick and roll play. They get throw it for Peyton Cox. It's knocked away by Jalen Kidd, but into the hands of the Broncos, and Acton puts it up and in. Kent with it. Going to work back, coming across the timeline on the left side. Going to get it off to Mallory Springer. She'll drive, gets into the block, kicks it back up top. Brylan Springer for three. It's short off the front of the rim. Gets her own rebound, falls it down the lane, puts a shot up, won't go. And we're going to have foul on Brylan Springer now. She went over the back of Peyton Cox. First foul of the night for the Trojans, both teams with one. 7-5, Broncos with the 2-point lead. 3 minutes left in the opening period. And Goings will walk it up the floor once again for the Broncos. Goings goes to the right side, almost thrown away by Kent. Acton looking inside for Cox. She has it down at the block, puts a shot up, and got it again. 7 points, 7 of the 9 for Peyton Cox. Brylan Springer up to Aaron Johnson. Cross court to Bailey Allmeyer here on the wing. Back up top to Springer. Mallory hands it off to Jalen Kent. Back to Mallory Springer on the left wing. Looking up top, gets it to Aaron Johnson. Inside it goes Brylan Springer down the lane against Cox. He gets the shot to go. No foul called. And Goings, Cox got the rebound, hands it off to Goings. 9-5 your score, 2:22 left in the opening period. Goings going to go inside. Oh, it's almost thrown away by Jalen Kent again. Acton has it. She's double teamed now. And Jalen Kent's going to get in there and get a jump ball. This one will belong to the Trojans. And Jalen Kent, once again, with the defense tonight. She was all over the floor last night against Hitchcock County. Back into the ball game comes Cheyenne Parrish. And out will go Emma Acton. Springer gets it into Jalen Kent. Kent works her way up the floor. Down inside it goes to Johnson. Backdoor pass over to Springer. She's fouled. Springer will go to the line to shoot two. The foul is on, I believe, number 25. Isabella Steno would be her second. And it is on Steno. So Steno has both of the fouls for the Broncos. And that'll send Brylan Springer to the free throw line to shoot two. 9-5, Broncos with the lead. 2:03 left in the opening period. And checking in the ball game is going to be number 4, Jewel Holtis, a 6'1 junior for the Broncos. She's coming after the free throw here. Springer, first one on the way. She's got it. Brylan Springer with 4 points. She's got 4 of the 6 for the Trojans. And Peyton Cox will go out of the ball game here. Brylan Springer back to the free throw line. Trojans trying to cut the lead to 2 here. Springer shots on the way. She swishes it. Perfect 3 of 3 on the night from the free throw line. She's got 5 points. It's 9-7. Now Broncos up by 2. Goings going to cross the timeline, middle of the floor. Going to be picked up by Mallory Springer. Goes right side to Steno. Steno guarded by Johnson. Goes down underneath. This is Parrish. And Jalen Kent's going to get in there. We're going to have another jump ball here. This one will belong to the Broncos. But Jalen Kent all over the defensive end of the floor right now. So Goings is going to take it out of bounds. Everybody's going to line up at the half court line here. They're going to get it in. This is Steno back to Goings. Goings on the right wing, 3 on the way, got it. And she's going to get fouled by Allmeyer, so it's going to be a full 4-point play here as Goings hits the 3. And then Bailey Allmeyer picks up the foul. So Allmeyer's first. This is huge. If she can hit this, it's 4-point play, and it'll give him a 6-point lead. It was 9-7. Goings, a good shooter, going to hit the free throw too. 4 points for Gracie Goings right off the bat right there, just one shot. It's now 13-7, a 6-point lead for Wauneta-Palisade. A minute 43 left in the opening period. Mallory Springer coming back up top and going to lob it inside for Johnson. Johnson, backdoor pass to Allmeyer. Short corner shot's on the way. It's too hard. Rebound comes down, and Briley Springer chases after it. Can't get to it, though. It's going to go out of bounds. Trojans getting the shots, just not able to make them right now. Peyton Cox will check back into the ball game, and out will go Isabella Steno. 13-7 your score, a minute and a half left here in the opening period. Emery Tomlin will check in for the Trojans on the next end ball. Goings has got it for the Broncos. Working top of the key, comes to the left side, kicks it back over to Decker. Now back out to Peyton Cox. Her 3 on the way. It's off the back of the rim, won't go, and it's going to be out of bounds off of the Broncos. Tomlin checks in. Allmeyer will go to the bench for the Trojans. Tomlin had a pretty good game last night. Springer gets it into Jalen Kent. Back over to Briley Springer, up to Johnson. Now Emery Tomlin on the far side. Going to drive in. She's going to travel. Needed the jump stop right there. She had the ball and looked back out and had the wide open person at the top of the key, but did a little stutter step there. 13-7 your score with a minute 7 left here in the opening period. The Broncos are up by 6, and they have the ball coming right to left. Gracie Goings working top of the key against Mallory Springer. Going to try to get it up, and she loses the ball. Almost could have been a double dribble there. Peyton Cox with it now. Far side way up high on the outside. Guarded by Briley Springer. Cox coming over. Going to hand it off to Goings. Goings picked up by Mallory Springer. Going to hand it back off to Peyton Cox. They're going to play for the last shot here with 38 seconds left. This is Parrish. Parrish back off to Goings. Goings going to try to drive down and turns it. It's stolen away by Briley Springer. Springer coming down the floor, has Johnson down the floor. She finds her, great pass, misses shot though. And the rebound comes down. Emery Tomlin's got it. She'll put it up, and she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Great pass right there from Briley Springer to Aaron Johnson, and Johnson just got to take that one dribble right there, jump stop, and put that shot in. But Emery Tomlin will go to the free throw line. The foul is on number 4, Jewel Holtis. And Emery Tomlin to the free throw line. First one on the way, off the front of the rim, just short. Girl shot pretty well from the charity stripe last night. That was her first miss here tonight. Tomlin's second one, trying to cut into this 6-point lead. The Broncos are in the lane, and she's going to get another shot here. So what would have been a miss turns into getting to shoot another free throw. Number 13, McKenna Decker jumped in there. So Tomlin gets another shot at it. Shot's on the way. It's off the back of the rim. She missed the whole rim. No, they didn't call it. Peyton Cox with the rebound. Kicks it out to Goings. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's 13-7 in favor of Wauneta-Palisade. Goings going to roll. Gets down inside. Puts a shot up and misses it, but she's fouled. Who's the foul? It might be on Tomlin. It is. Emery Tomlin picks up her first foul. That'll send Goings to the free throw line. She's 1 of 1 tonight. Broncos have not missed a free throw yet. In fact, they've just taken the one. Second one's on the way. She got it. 5 points now for Gracie Goings. 14-7 your score, and Goings makes it an 8-point lead, 15-7. So Trojans are going to have to get going here. Mallory Springer across the timeline, gets double team. Turns, kicks it back to Jalen Kent. Down inside for Johnson, throws it away. And that's going to end the first quarter. 15-7, Wauneta-Palisade with the lead after one. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here with the second quarter right after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Walk these fields for 85 years. Grow deeper roots here. Know what thrives here. Bring in world-class genetics and innovative traits like Chrome triple stack corn hybrids and Enlist E3 soybeans. Refine it through pure local know-how and expertise. Do all of that, and the only thing left is the right seed. Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Honeyman Custom Chopping does more than just silage work, such as chopping, bagging, and packing. They do that very well, but Honeyman also specializes in swathing, merging, manure hauling, and grain hauling. Call Honeyman Custom Chopping today for a conversation about pricing and availability for your operation. Call 737-9159. That's 308-737-9159. And see their Facebook page to see some of their work. Honeyman Custom Chopping of Indianola, 308-737-9159.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader.
ZMC. Trent Florin back here with you, along with August Miller back at the studios in McCook. 15-7, Wauneta with the lead. Trojans have the ball to start the second period. Allmeyer on the left wing with it now. The dribble back up top. She's going to get double-teamed. Gets it inside to Brylan Springer. She'll drive. Gets inside the lane. Puts a shot up. Won't go. Rebound comes down to number 4, Holtis. She kicks it out to Goings. Here come the Broncos now trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Get across half court, they'll slow it down. Goings guarded by Allmeyer. Going to come to the left side. This is Holtis, guarded by Aaron Johnson. Goes down inside to Peyton Cox. Back up top. Parrish drives, kicks it out to Holtis. Back up top it comes to Detker. Detker double team, gets it off to Goings. She'll get to the left wing. She takes it a long NBA-style three. It's off the back of the rim, no good. And she ball's chased down now, and Goings gets it back way out by half court. Went through 2 Bronco players, and nobody for the Trojans was there. Here's Peyton Cox, and she's going to try to drive. She's going to be fouled on the reach here. Foul is on number 24, Brylan Springer, her second. Cox to inbound it right in front of the Trojan bench. Broncos going right to left. They throw it in. This is Goings. Throws it back in. It's stolen by Allmeyer. Allmeyer up the floor. She has Mallory Springer. Doesn't see her, though. Now does. Mallory Springer down to block. Puts it up and in. Her first basket of the night. 15-9, a nice look for Allmeyer to find Mallory Springer for her first basket. 15-9 your score. Trojans trail by 6, 6:50 left here in the first half. Goings going to kick it off to Detker. Detker guarded by Mallory Springer. Going to go down underneath the Holtis. Shots up and in. Little turnaround jumper out of the short corner for Jewel Holtis, and she's got her first basket of the night. Back to an 8-point lead for the Broncos. Jalen Kent across the timeline. Gets it down to Allmeyer on the right wing. Goes inside to stolen away by Peyton Cox. Brylan Springer's got to go after that one right there. She stood and waited for that ball to come to her, and Peyton Cox just went right around her and got the steal. That's when Brylan's got to seal her off and go get that ball. Holtis, left side up high. Going to throw it down underneath. Gets it to Parrish. Parrish guarded by Allmeyer. Going to be double teamed, and now Jalen Kent takes it away, and we're going to have a foul called here. Foul is on Allmeyer, her second. Trojans got a little bit of foul trouble last night in both boys and girls game. Emery Tomlin checks back into the ball game. Comes in for Brylan Springer. So Goings inbound underneath their own basket here on the near side. Box set out of the Broncos. They get it into Cox. Back to Goings. Corner 3. Short air ball. Rebound by Mallory Springer. Springer working her way down the floor. Gets it off to Jalen Kent. Kent was a little surprised by that. I think she was just going to set the screen. Back to Mallory Springer on the left wing. Down in the corner to Allmeyer. Allmeyer back up top to Mallory Springer. Comes all the way to the top of the key to Kent. Inside it goes to Johnson. Johnson back out to Jalen Kent. She'll drive down the left side. Gets inside, puts a shot up and won't go. Rebound by Peyton Cox, and Jalen wanted a foul right there. Said, looked at the ref, said she was all over my arm. Didn't get it. Goings with the ball, top of the key for the Broncos. Down inside to Holthouse. Holtis can't get the shot to go. Rebound Bailey Allmeyer. Quickly out to Mallory Springer. Up the floor comes to Tomlin. Goings knocks it away. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans at half court. Timeout by Coach Hollander. Let's keep this one right here. Let's thank Acres Equipment of McCook, Advanced Automotive Repair, Amateurs Bar and Grill, Brining Truck and Trailer, Caleb's Custom Farming, Channel Seeds, Andrew Carpenter, Community Hospital, Corbelli Physical Therapy, Cross Creek Golf Links, Doyle Auto Repair, Fa Motor Company, First Central Bank, First State Insurance, Foster Sales, Go Light, HFC Egress, and Happy's Feed Store and Fuel Center bringing you tonight's ball game. 17-9, the Broncos with an 8-point lead here. We're about halfway through the second period. We got 5:21 left, so third of the way through this second quarter. And the Trojans have been 2-2 right now. Both teams with 2 points here in the second quarter. Jalen Kent goes it down for Allmeyer. It's tipped away, and it'll stay. Nope, this is going to go to the Broncos. They're going to say no, it was not a tip. So the Trojans getting a little sloppy right here in tonight's ball game to start out. Going to have to clean it up if they want to beat the Broncos. 17-9 your score. 5:08 left in the first half. Goings with the ball for the Broncos. Hands it off to Steno, who's back in the ball game. She got 2 fouls. Kicks it back over Goings, and it's almost stolen away by Allmeyer. Goings gets inside, puts a shot up. It's missed, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be the Trojans basketball. Goings struggling right now. She does have 6 points, but 3 of those have came from the charity stripe. She's about 1 of 10 from the field goal range. Kent goes inside for Johnson, working against Cox down the block, gets a shot up, and it won't go. Didn't go after the rebound either, and Cox has an easy one right there. That's when Johnson's got to go after that. Trojans got to get more aggressive right now. And that's what Coach Hollander's yelling out to him. Here's Detker with it at the elbow on the right side. Goes down underneath. It's knocked away by Jalen Kent. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Broncos. Tried to get it down to Emma Acton. It was knocked away. So Goings will inbound it. Everybody's going to line up on the free throw line here. Straight line across. Goings going to get it into Peyton Cox. Top of the key. Quick 3 off the front of the rim. Won't go. Johnson loses the rebound. It's going to be on the floor. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now we got a jump ball as Emery Tomlin gets in there and fights with Isabella Steno for it. And Steno is down, and she's going to come out maybe holding her nose right there. No, she's going to stay in the ball game. Thought maybe she might have a bloody nose, but now everybody's going to line up at half court. They ran this play a little bit ago, and they're going to try to get it in. They get it out in the corner. This is Acton. Short corner shot from the left side. Won't go. Rebound, Bailey Allmeyer comes flying in and chases it down. Now we got a foul here, and a reach-in foul from Detker, reaching around behind Allmeyer there. Coach Cox will not like that play there. 94-foot foul, they call those. Jalen Kent working it up the floor for the Trojans. Going to throw it down. Emery Tomlin's got it here in the corner. Goes inside for Johnson. It's knocked away by Cox. It goes out of bounds, though. And it'll stay with the Broncos. Sub coming in, that's Cheyenne Parrish. And out of the game will go Detker. Tomlin to inbound. A box set for the Trojans. Underneath their own basket here on the near side. Going to get into Jalen Kent. Kent's going to take the 3. And it's a little bit too long. And Goings with the rebound. Goings walking it up for the Broncos. Now kicks it up to Acton. Down in the corner to Steno, almost thrown away by Kent. Back to Goings, 3 on the way. It's off the back of the rim. And rebound comes down to Mallory Springer. Kicks it out to Tomlin. Tomlin quickly up the floor, finds Allmeyer on the left wing. Allmeyer gets it down to Johnson. Johnson going to spin move in the middle of the lane. Hook shot won't go. Rebound by Allmeyer. Puts a shot up, won't go. And Cox is going to pull down the rebound for the Broncos. Got away with the double dribble right there. Hands it off to Goings. 17-9 your score. 3:27 left here in the first half. Broncos with an 8-point lead. Trojans are getting some good-looking shots. Just can't get it to go in the hole right now. Here's Parrish. Goes inside, and Steno with an easy basket right there. 10-point lead now for the Broncos. Jalen Kent gets it inside to Johnson. Spin move against Cox. Puts it up and in. Aaron Johnson's first basket of the night. She led the Trojans in scoring last night. Brylan Springer and Aspen Webb will check in for the Trojans here. 2:55 left in the first half. 8-point lead for the Broncos, and they got the ball going right to left. Goings right side to Parrish on the wing. Parrish back up top. It comes Steno. Off to Peyton Cox. And she didn't take the 3. She was wide open, too. Parrish gets it back. Looking inside. Allmeyer's all over. Now she's going to be double teamed. Kicks it back out to Cox. Cox goes down inside, throws it away. Tried to get it to Emma Acton. She was open for a second. Mallory Springer stepped in front of it, and the pass had to go over the top of her, and it went out of bounds. Johnson and Allmeyer will go to the bench as Ryland Springer and Aspen Webb check into the ballgame. Webb getting her first action of the night. Played well last night against Hitchcock County. Here's Jalen Kent across the timeline. Goes down to the corner. Emery Tomlin. Dribbling back up, has it knocked away, and it's into the hands of Gracie Goings. And another turnover by the Trojans. They're going to be way into double-figure turnovers here in this first half. 19-11, 8-point lead. Now Jalen Kent's going to guard Gracie Goings. Goings goes to the right side to Parrish. Parrish guarded by Tomlin, goes down to Cox in the short corner on the right side. She's going to try to drive baseline. Gets stopped, puts a shot. Mallory Springer blocks it. Brylan Springer with the rebound. Coming down the floor. Gets to the left side, comes back up top. Jalen Kent, 3 on the way. Got it. Nope, they're going to say just a 2. She was on the line. But second basket for Jalen Kent. She's got 4 points, and it's now a 6-point ball game. 1:45 left in the first half. Goings walking it up for the Broncos. I'm kind of surprised the Trojans haven't put on a press to pick up this pace a little bit. Jalen Kent will come out, and we're going to have a foul here on Jalen Kent, I believe. Let's see. It is. Jalen Kent picks up her first foul. Yeah. Referee Bob Galkey just about took Isabel Steno's head off there. She was throwing the ball back up top to the other referee. Get it in. This is Cox. Back up to Goings. Long 3. Off the back of the rim. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Mallory Springer. Out to Emery Tomlin. And they're going to say she stepped on this out-of-bounds line here. Got to know where you're at on the floor. The Trojans have just had too many mistakes right now. The Broncos aren't really beating them. The Trojans are beating themselves. So Steno to inbound it here on the near side, right in front of the Trojan crowd. Going to get it into going. She loses the ball. It's picked up by Jalen Kent. Kent has it knocked away by Cox, and now we're going to have a foul on Peyton Cox. So Peyton Cox picks up her first foul of the ball game. Both teams with 3 fouls, I believe, here in the second. Nope, that's just the second on the Broncos. 1:25 left here in the first half. It's 19-13. Kent's going to bring it up for the Trojans. Trying to cut this lead down to 4 here before halftime. Kent's going to drive. Gets down the short corner. Kicks it back out to Emery Tomlin. It's knocked away. Tomlin will run it down. Nope, they're going to say over and back. I thought Goings touched that. And another turnover by the Trojans. This sloppy play here in the first half has really cost them the ball game here. Goings is tipped away by Jalen Kent, and she's going to hustle after it. It's going to hit out of bounds, though. Good hustle there by Jalen Kent. Well, I tell you what, defensive player of the game once again. It's going to be tough to tell her she's not getting it. Allmeyer back into the ball game. Emery Tomlin takes a seat for the Trojans. They get it into Peyton Cox in the backcourt. 1:05 left here in the first half. Broncos lead at 19-13. Peyton Cox going to stand out there. She's going to lob it up now. This is Detker with it. Off to Parrish. Parrish back up top. Steno. Off to Goings. She's going to drive. Kicks it back up top to Steno. Now to Parrish. Long 3 from Parrish. Off the back of the rim. Won't go. Mallory Springer pulls down the rebound. 44 seconds left here. They throw it up the floor. Allmeyer down the lane, and she's going to be hammered by Gracie Goings. That'll send Allmeyer to the free throw line to shoot 2. Goings blocked the shot, but also put the elbow to the back of the head of Allmeyer there. So Allmeyer to shoot 2 for the Trojans. 19-13 lead for the Broncos. Allmeyer's free throw on the way, and it rolls around and won't go. Nothing going right for the Trojans here in the first half. That's their third miss on the free throws. They are 3 of 6. 50% right now. See if Allmeyer can make them back over 50. Second one's on the way. It's going to be short. It's off the front of the rim. It bounces around. And Brylan Springer's going to get it off to Mallory Springer. She puts a shot up and got it. Mallory Springer with her second basket of the night. Trojans cut the lead to 4, 19-15 with 30 seconds left in the first half. Peyton Cox walks it up the floor, crosses the timeline, right side of the floor, picks up her dribble, throws it over. It's going to be stolen by, Jalen can't grab that. She just slapped it. If she just grabbed it, she goes on coast to coast. So Gracie Goings will inbound it here. You're going to lob it in. This is Detker with it, or excuse me, Steno. Steno off to Peyton Cox. She's going to drive, gets inside, and she's going to be fouled. No basket. They're going to call this on the floor. It's going to be on Allmeyer, I believe, and that'll be her third. It is on Allmeyer, her third foul of the first half, and she'll go out, and Emery Tomlin comes right back in quickly. 16 seconds left here. Fourth team foul on the Trojans. 19-15 your score. Peyton Cox gets the inbound. Back to Goings in the corner. 3 on the way. Way too long. Mallory Springer with the rebound. 10 seconds left. They got to push it up the floor. Jalen Kent with 8, 7, 6, and then she's going to push it up. Going to throw it down the floor to Springer. 3 at the buzzer. It's just short. Rebound Aspen Webb. She'll put it up. It won't go. 19-15 your score at halftime. The Broncos with the lead. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here with your Hogemeyer Seeds halftime show right after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
At Hogemeyer, local means something greater. From our products to our people, we know what hybrids and varieties thrive here better than anyone. And we serve our neighbors in the Western Corn Belt with nothing less than the best. World-class seed offerings, hometown pride. That's Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Call Ryan Huxell of Huxell Seeds today at 308-695-1097. That's 308-695-1097 for Huxell Seeds, 695-1097.
The loss of a loved one is undoubtedly the hardest times we face in our life. Let the caring and experienced professionals at Lockenauer Jones Mortuary support you through these difficult times. They offer a range of personalized services. You can count on the caring staff of Lockenauer Jones to help you plan a personal lasting tribute to your loved one. Call Jim today and let him help you make the many decisions that need to be made during this difficult time. Lockenauer Jones Mortuary, family owned and operated. 308-697-3838.
You don't have to wait in line for your prescription and over-the-counter medications. Stop by Mark's Pharmacy in Cambridge today, and you'll see the difference. Whether you have a new prescription, need a refill, or would like to transfer your prescription, you will be in and out in minutes with your prescription in hand and your mind at ease. We also offer free daily deliveries to many local areas. If you would like more information about how Mark's Pharmacy can save you time and money, feel free to give us a call at 697-3400. Mark's Pharmacy in Cambridge. Like us on Facebook today.
Cope Family Dentistry is now Medicine Creek Family Dentistry. Call Medicine Creek Family Dentistry in Cambridge to book appointments with Dr. Dean Cope or Dr. Lindsay White. Medicine Creek Family Dentistry is still in the same location. Same kind and caring faces and same great quality service. Their phone number is the same too, 308-697-3736. That's 308-697-3736. Cope Family Dentistry is now Medicine Creek Family Dentistry in Cambridge.
Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union. You belong.
It's the season of savings at Midwest Liberty FCU. Our CD rates are sure to make your spirits brighter this holiday season. Pick from 9, 19, or 25-month terms ranging from 5.25% to 5.35% annual percentage yield with a minimum deposit of $500. Cheerful savings and merry moments. Jingle all the way to Midwest Liberty FCU, where you belong.
You belong.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader.
True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florin back here with you along with August Miller back at the studios in McCook. This is your Hogemeyer Seeds halftime show. Here's to the locals raised right here in the Western Corn Belt. We help them grow stronger. Learn more about the right seed from your local dealer. That is the North 40 in Oberlin, Kansas. Frax Seed in Norton, Kansas. Moline Seed and Fence in Gothenburg. Bose Seed in Orleans, Mounty Hanson in Binkelman, Nebraska, and, of course, Extreme Ag right here in Cambridge, Nebraska. 308-440-2652. Hogemeyer Seeds, the right seed for right here. 19-15 your score here for the Trojans. So we update here. Let's see. Stats here for the ball game. First of all, for the Broncos, Joel Holtis has 2 points. Gracie Goings with 6. She's 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Emma Acton with 2. Peyton Cox with 7. And Isabel Steno with 2 for the Broncos. 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, 100% for them. Hang on just 1 second. I'm having a little mistake, having a little technical difficulty on my part. It's not on the radio station. It's my brain. For the Trojans tonight, Mallory Springer with 4 points, Jalen Kent with 4, Brylan Springer with 5, Aaron Johnson with 2, Bailey Allmeyer, it's 0 of 2 from the free throw line. She did not score, and as is Emery Tomlin. She's also 0 of 2 and did not score. The Trojans go 3 of 8 in the first half, 43% from the charity stripe. So, man, they've shot enough free throws right now to be tied with this ball game if they make them, but they're just ice cold from the charity stripe right now. Broncos won the first quarter 15-7. The Trojans outscored the Broncos 8-4 in the second quarter, and that's where we stand 19-15 here at halftime. Let's take another break. We'll be back here with more of your Hogemeyer Seeds halftime show right after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
M&B, that means a difference. M&B.
Community involvement has always been important to us. One way we show that is by supporting our local schools. Whether it's cheering them on from the stands or taking part in community programs, you'll always find M&B rooting for the home team. Good luck to all the area student athletes this sports season. Your fans at M&B are behind you all the way. M&B Bank, member FDIC.
M&B, that means a difference. M&B.
When you think internet, think Pinpoint. For fiber to the home, think Pinpoint. When you want streaming backed by quality internet, think Pinpoint. Pinpoint Communications has the tools to keep you happy while streaming, gaming, video chatting, working from home, and more. Look, when you want faster speed for an affordable investment, think Pinpoint. Pinpoint Communications, online at pnpt.com.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
The staff at River Valley Services in Cambridge is ready to take care of all your refrigeration, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and trenching jobs. You see, whether it's at work, on the farm, or at home, there is no job too big or too small. These boys can do it all. River Valley Services are available 7 a.m. till 4, but that doesn't mean they won't handle your emergency at a moment's notice. River Valley Services. Call 308-697-4815. That's 308-697-4815. 697-4815.
Listen online at 1021kzmc.com and on the 1021 KZMC mobile app.
True Country Radio 1021 KZMC. Trent Florham back here with you, along with August Miller back at the studios in McCook. We are live here from Cambridge tonight as the Wauneta-Palisade Broncos are in town to take on the Trojans, and they lead it here at halftime 19-15. Hogemeyer Seeds bringing you this halftime show. Raised local, raised right here. Hogemeyer, learn more at therightseed.com. You can also talk to these dealers at North 40 in Oberlin, Kansas, Frack Seed in Norton, Kansas, Bose Seed in Orleans, Nebraska, Moline Seed in Fence in Gothenburg, Nebraska, and Extreme Ag right here in Cambridge, Nebraska. 308-440-2652. Hogemeyer Seeds, the right seed for right here. 19-15 your score. The Broncos with the lead. As I said, they won the first quarter 15-7. Trojans came back and outscored them in that second quarter 8-4 to get back into this ball game. They were down 10 at one time. They've cut the lead to 4 here. It was 19-9, and they've outscored. They're on a 6-0 run right now against the Broncos to close out the first half. So they're going to have to get going on the second and hope that Gracie Goings does not warm up, because she's a great three-point shooter, but she's struggling tonight. Just hit one, and she's only hit one field goal tonight altogether. She's missed a couple of inside shots also. Goings doesn't miss very often, so while she's cold, you got to make your run here and get back into this, because Peyton Cox started out hot. She's got 7 points. Goings does have 6 points in the first half. So those two have 13 of the 19, which is not a surprise. They've led the Broncos in scoring the last couple of years, those two. And so they're getting ready to go here in the second half. The Trojans have got to heat it up. Jalen Kent's played some great defense, as has Bailey Allmeyer. They've both been playing some pretty good defense. Brian Springer's got a couple steals. Mallory Springer with a couple also. So defense isn't the problem tonight. Trojans just can't not by a shot right now. Brian Springer, the leading scorer, with 5. Aaron Johnson had 15 last night, I believe. And she's got 2 tonight here in the first half. They're going to have to get Aaron Johnson going. She's missed some easy inside shots tonight. Trojans have had a lot of shots just bounce around and fall out they start making those, they're going to be okay, but they got to start making some shots here in the second half. And you saw Gracie Goings just drill 2 straight threes here in warm-ups at halftime. So she might get warmed up too, and that'll spell trouble for the Trojans if Gracie Goings gets going with that 3-point shot. We said good officiating crew here with Johnson Galkey, and I cannot remember the third guy's name right here, right in front of me. But they've done a good job reffing here this evening. So it'll be Trojan basketball. They're going to go right to left here to start the third quarter. Looks like it'll be the starters out there, the Springer sisters, Mallory and Brian Lynn, Aaron Johnson, Bailey Allmeyer, and Jalen Kent. And Cheyenne Parrish, Gracie Goings, Peyton Cox, McKenna Detker, and Isabel Steno, the starters for the Broncos, that back out there also. Springer will inbound at Mallory Springer here at half court. She's going to get it into Jalen Kent. Down the floor comes Brylan Springer down in the left corner. Going to dribble back up onto the wing. Now gets it back to Kent, top of the key. Right side it goes to Allmeyer. Allmeyer down to Springer in the right corner. She's going to take the three. We got a 1-point ball game. Mallory Springer with 5, 6, and 7 makes it 19-18. Here's Gracie Goings. Coach Cox wasn't that bad. That says somebody's got to step out and get a hand in the face. Goings, she's going to step back, take the three, and she's going to bury it. And Gracie Goings, we said, if she gets going, it's going to be tough. 22-18. Broncos back up by 4. Jalen Kent goes to Mallory Springer on the right wing. Springer going to dribble down to the corner. Now lobs it inside for Aaron Johnson, knocked away from behind by Peyton Cox. And Coach Hollander wanted a foul right there. Talking with the referees, he came up the floor. Goings going to get off to the right side, going to lob it inside for Peyton Cox. He's going to go down the lane, misses a shot. Rebound comes down to Jalen Kent. Kent going to push it up the floor for the Trojans. 3-on-2 break. Kent going down the left side, steps back into the middle, puts it up, won't go. Rebound, Aaron Johnson had it, but it got knocked away. And now the rebound comes down to the Broncos. Here comes Goings, and she wants to push a little tempo. Goings drives down the lane, throws it up, no, not even close. And Jalen Kent gets it out as it hit the side of the backboard. Kent pushing it down the floor, and she's got a Bronco riding her. No call here. Brylan Springer back up top to Allmeyer. Over to Mallory Springer. She's hit 1 3. She's going to take another, and she is 2 for 2 here in the second half from behind the arc. 10 points for Mallory Springer, a career high so far, and she's not done. We're just starting the third quarter, 22-21. This is Gracie Goings, top of the key. Left side it goes to Detker. Detker going to come back up top to Peyton Cox. She'll step to the left side. Going to skip past it over to Goings. Goings on the wing. Nobody going to get out on her. She misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Parrish for the Broncos. And Jalen Kent's going to step in, and we got a jump ball. This one will belong with the Broncos. Jalen Kent once again. Can't bring the ball down around your waist down there in the land of the Giants. Elizabeth Kubik checking in, and Aaron Johnson will go out. So Goings to inbound it. Everybody stepping up at the free throw line to get it into Peyton Cox. Goes it down in the corner. This is Detker with it. Hand it off to Goings. Back up top, Peyton Cox. Wide open three. And she misses it. Rebound comes down to Mallory Springer. Springer going to throw it up the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball called here. This will belong to the Trojans. So Mallory Springer will inbound it here. 22-21 your score. The Broncos up by 1. 5:53 left here in the third period. Jalen Kent going to work it up the floor. Across the timeline. Gets down the left side, and now ball knocked away by Goings. And they're going to have a travel here by Parrish as she picked up the ball and then fell down. Coach Hollander asking for the reach right there on Jalen Kent. Not going to get it. Now Springer coming over to inbound right in front of the Trojan fans here. And she's going to get it into Jalen Kent. She'll come back across the timeline. Back to Mallory Springer on the left wing. Springer going to work down inside. Comes back up to Jalen Kent. Kent thought about the three, didn't take it. Skip pass back up to Brylan Springer. Now to Allmeyer. Allmeyer down the corner. Mallory Springer. She's hit 2 threes already. Drives inside. Puts a shot up and in. Mallory Springer with 10 points here in the third period for the Trojans. And they got the lead now 23-22. Goings down inside to Peyton Cox. She'll work inside, puts a shot up and in, and the Broncos take the lead right back, 24-23. Rare burst of speed there for the Broncos. They usually like to take their time, walk it up the floor. Here's Jalen Kent. She'll get inside. Throws it inside to Kubik. Kubik turnaround jumper, rolls and got it. Elizabeth Kubik, her first basket of the night. Trojans back on top, 25-24. Here's Goings working to the left side, guarded by Allmeyer. Going to work back towards the middle. Jalen Kent stepped in there and almost got they're going to call a foul here on Jalen Kent. And, man, for as much pushing as they're letting go on, that was a ticky-tack one. He had a good job tonight, but as I said, just with the pushing they're letting going on both ends of the floor, that one was, I think they were anticipating her coming in, and she didn't do it, but the whistle was already being blown. Peyton Cox going to kick it back out to Goings, stolen away by Jalen Kent. Kent up the floor, working down the left side, going to have it knocked away from behind, but it's going to go off her foot and out of bounds. And it'll belong to the Broncos. Trojans up by 1, 25-24, 4.5 left here in the third. Kent got another steal right there, and the defense starting to pick it up. Emery Tomlin into the ballgame. Allmeyer will go out for the Trojans. Gracie Goings with it across the timeline now. Going to work here to the left side. Going to be picked up for Brylan Springer. Going to take the NBA three. Can't get it to go. Rebounds tipped around. It's picked up by Mallory Springer. Mallory going to push it up the floor for the Trojans now. Looks up for Emery Tomlin. Loses the ball, but able to run it down the short corner. Now it's on the floor again. We're going to have a jump ball here. I hope they're going to say that Tomlin landed or stepped on the line. So another turnover by the Trojans. Coach Hollander talking with Mallory Springer, said maybe bring that up just a little bit more. Tomlin was kind of guarded right there and had to throw a really tall pass for her. Goings will walk it up the floor halfway through the third period. Trojans up by 1. Inside it goes to Acton. We're going to have a foul on Jalen Kent, and that's her third. Trojans went to a 1-3-1 defense now. So Jalen Kent picks up foul number 3. Bailey Allmeyer will check into the ball game. Boy, you hate to see Jalen Kent go out. But you also can't afford for her to pick up foul 4. And Acton goes out of the ball game. In will come Jewel Holtis. And also in comes number 33, Lillian Dennell. And Detker will go to the bench. So Goings trying to get it in. Gets it into Peyton Cox here in the near corner. Goes inside for Holtis. Guarded by Mallory Springer. Puts a shot up. Nowhere close. Tomlin loses the rebound. And Mallory Springer tried to save it. Couldn't do it. And another one that just not grabbing the ball right here. Trojans slapping it around too much and not grabbing it. So Goings will inbound it. Everybody lined up straight down the free throw line. They're going to try to bring Peyton Cox, and they're going to get it in. This is Detker, and she can't get her. Excuse me, that was Steno. She couldn't get the shot to go. Rebound Bailey Allmeyer. 25-24 your score. Trojans are up by 1. Tomlin to the right side. Mallory Springer. She's already got 10 this quarter. Misses that one. That's her first miss of the third period. Peyton Cox with the rebound. She'll push it up the left side of the floor. Throws it up the floor. Turned around, and Elizabeth Kubik and lost it, but Bailey Allmeyer picks it up after Kubik tips it away. Allmeyer down the floor. Going to turn. Looking inside for Brylan Springer. Boy, knocked to the floor by Peyton Cox, and no foul called. And now we got a timeout by Matt Cox. A sloppy play starting to happen here in Cambridge. Cox says, let's talk this over. 25-24, the Trojans are up by 1. 3:14 left in the third. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Get the good stuff.
Southwest Farm and Auto Supply, your local Napa dealer in Cambridge, Curtis, Eustis, and McCook, is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics and academic programs. They are your go-to source for Napa lubricants and filters. So remember the name you can count on when you need it now. Southwest Farm and Auto in Cambridge, Curtis, Eustis, and McCook.
Get the good stuff. Napa. Get the good stuff. Your local sports authority is the HFRSN.
True Radio 102.1 KZMC. You got the good stuff right here on Hometown Family Radio. Trojans leading it by 1, 25-24, 3:10 left here in the third period. Goings bringing it up for the Broncos, going left to right. Picked up by Allmeyer. She'll hand it off to Steno. Steno going to go to the left side. Going to give it off to Peyton Cox. Cox guarded by Brylan Springer. Tries to drive down the lane. Lobs it inside for Detker. She can't handle it. Saves it, though. It's in the hands of Steno. She's on the floor. Ooh, about to got away with the travel there. Goings has got it. And she's going to be fouled by Allmeyer. Allmeyer picks up her 4th. Emery Tomlin checks in. So see what the Trojans do defensively here. Looks like you're going to go back to man here. Jalen Kent back into the ballgame also for the Trojans. Goings working top of the key. Going to come over, and she's going to try to drive. Gets into the lane, kicks it out to Detker. Shots on the way. Can't get it to go. Jalen Kent with the rebound. Now she's going to try to push it up the floor. She'll have to slow it down. Working against Parrish. Jalen Kent back up top. Mallory Springer goes to Tomlin on the right side. She'll take the three. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Steno. And now we're going to have a jump ball. Good job by Elizabeth Kubik. So it'll belong to the Broncos. 2:26 left here in the third period. Trojans up by 1, 25-24. They're in a dogfight last night with Hitchcock County, and Wauneta-Palisade was with Wallace. Both teams won last night, so both teams looking for their second win. Goings working left side, going to hand it off to Peyton Cox. She'll come back up to the top. Lob pass down the corner for Parrish. Back up top to Detker. Now to Goings, top of the key. Goings, spin move in the middle of the lane. Comes back to the right, lobs it to the basket. Can't get it to go. Peyton Cox loses the rebound, picks it back up. It's on the floor. Almost stolen away by Jalen Kent. Parrish has it back to Goings. Goings down underneath to Detker. She'll put the shot up and in. McKenna Detker's first basket of the night. 26-25 Broncos. Here's Jalen Kent working against Goings. Crosses the timeline. She's going to drive inside. She'll put a little floater up. It won't go. Rebound Peyton Cox. Man, Jalen Kent's just missing them just barely, too. Their good-looking shots just won't go. Minute 35 left here in the third. 26-25 Broncos. We got a great ball game here. Goings will hand it off to Detker. Detker going to come to the far side, looking for Peyton Cox. Now gets it to her at half court. Cox going to work to the near side. She's going to hand it off to Goings. Just running a little wheel play up top here. Goings going to try to drive. Kicks it down to Parrish. It goes off of Jalen Kent's foot and out of bounds. Good defense once again by Jalen Kent. She almost had the steal. So Steno to inbound it. Holtis will check into the ball game. Parrish will go out. So a little bit of a height advantage now for the Broncos with Jalen Kent guarding Jewel Holtis. Going to try to get it in. Gets it into Peyton Cox. Cox back to Goings. Mallory Springer comes out on her. Goings going to take the NBA three. It's off the back of the rim. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Brylan Springer. Springer up the floor across the timeline. Throws it off of the Broncos. It's going to roll all the way back down to the other end of the floor and out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. But they're going to have, instead of half court, they got it clear up here. Back here at their own basket. So 26-25. Broncos with a 1-point lead. 54.6 left in the first half. Jalen Kent going to work in. Going to throw it down the corner. Elizabeth Kubik inside to Brylan Springer. Loses the ball. It's on the floor. It's picked up. Mallory Springer going to work inside. She puts a shot up off the glass and in. Mallory Springer with a career high 14 points, and we're still in the third period. 27-26 Trojans. Goings going to walk it up the floor. She'll be picked up by Mallory Springer when she crosses the timeline. Springer on Goings. Goings is going to work to the left side. 23 seconds left. They'll play for one shot. 20 seconds left. Goings, left side up high. Working against Mallory Springer. Going to try to come over to Peyton Cox. Going to do it, the pick and roll. And they step up, and Cox shoots. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound comes down. It's tipped around. And it'll be, we're going to have a foul on the Trojans here. It's going to be Elizabeth Kubik picking up her first. That is 4 fouls on the Trojans, none on the Broncos here in the third period. Parrish checks back into the ballgame. Steno will get a break for the Trojans. Peyton Cox to inbound it. Trying to find somebody. Lobs it in. It's knocked away by Jalen Kent and out of bounds right into Matt Cox there, head coach for the Broncos. And it'll be Bronco basketball in front of their own bench, right in front of head coach Matt Cox. 4.4 left here in the third. They're going to try to get something here to Peyton Cox, I'm sure. They get it down the corner. Parrish can't hang on to it and loses out of bounds. It's Trojan basketball now with 3 seconds left. Time to get it down the floor and get a shot from half court. They're up by 1. They get it into Jalen Kent. Back to Tomlin. Up the floor. Stolen by Parrish. Throws it down inside to Goings. Her shot's an air ball. 27-26. The Trojans with their first lead after the quarters tonight as they go to the fourth quarter with the 1-point lead. Back after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
Amateurs Bar and Grill in Cambridge has an excellent selection of all your favorite foods. From burgers to pizza, you'll be able to find something that satisfies your taste buds. Bring out your entire family or challenge your buddies to a friendly game of pool while throwing back some cold ones. Keep your eye out for daily lunch and dinner specials. Amateurs Bar and Grill, 602 Paxton Street in Cambridge, or give them a call at 697-4808.
This is Jennifer from Stockman's Bank in Bartley. We are a full-service bank proudly serving Southwest Nebraska and the surrounding areas. With locations in Colorado, Missouri, and Nebraska, we can provide you with everything from personal checking accounts to large commercial loans. Our friendly staff is ready to help with all of your financial needs. Stop by Stockman's Bank in Bartley or call 308-692-3333. We are a proud supporter of the Southwest Rough Riders. Stockman's Bank. We're still the old reliable. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A member of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
Trojan basketball to start the fourth period here on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. They lead it by 1. They're going right to left. Mallory Springer, Bailey Allmeyer, Elizabeth Kubik, Brian Springer, and Jalen Kent on the floor for the Trojans. And Kent has an... Oh, no, they're going to call a charge here on Jalen Kent, and Parrish was nowhere close to being set there. I'm sorry, that's the first bad call of the night for these guys. So timeout by Coach Hollander. Jalen Kent just picked up her 4th foul. And we're going to keep it right here. Let's bring you some of our sponsors here this evening. Hitch and Hay Public Transit, Hogemeyer Seeds, Troy Wiestat, Hometown Agency of Wauneta, Honeyman Custom Harvesting, Huxall Seeds, Jimmy John's, Corporate Seeds, El Bar El Angus, Lockenauer Jones Mortuary, MNB Bank, Mark's Pharmacy and Shirley K's Coffee Shop, McCook Lettering, McCook Mechanical Services, Medicine Creek Family Dentistry, Mid-Plains Community College, Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union, bringing you tonight's ball game. We got a ton of sponsors. We got a whole bunch more left to read here yet today. 27-26 your score. The Trojans with the lead. Broncos have the ball coming left to right after Jalen Kent picks up her 4th foul. Now she's going to have to be very smart now. Goings is going to bring it up, locking it up the floor for the Broncos. It's the kind of game they want, slow and steady. Goings going to hand it off to Peyton Cox. Cox working against Brylan Springer. Works to the right side, gets it off to Detker. Detker, guarded by Allmeyer, hands it back off to Peyton Cox. Now back to Goings. Goings with the spin move, driving down the lane, lays it up, and can't get it to go. Rebound comes down. Brylan Springer's got it. She'll hand it off to Allmeyer. Allmeyer kicks it out to Jalen Kent. Kent down the floor. Going to get down into the block. And going to kick it back up top. Mallory Springer, wide open 3. Off the rim, won't go. Rebound Peyton Cox for the Broncos. Springer has 10 points here in the second half. All of them were there in the third period there. 1 minute, just about 1 minute gone out of this fourth quarter. Goings hands it off to Peyton Cox. They just walk the real play here, and Cox is going to take it from the free throw line. Can't get the shot to go. Allmeyer picks up the rebound for the Trojans. Allmeyer working it up the right side of the floor. Kicks it back over to Jalen Kent. She'll cross the timeline. Working against Parrish. Gets it back to Allmeyer. Skip pass over to Mallory Springer. Wide open 3 for Springer. Way too hard on that one, and Peyton Cox gets the rebound. Just need a little more arch on that shot right there. Goings. Across the timeline, middle of the floor. Going to hand it off to Detker. Detker going to work up top, hands it off to Cox. Cox will come back, hand it off to Goings. Goings going to try to go down the left side, gets stopped, kicks it back out to Peyton Cox. Cox with Springer on her. Going to work to the right side. Going to try to drive. Kicks it back out. And it's picked up by Parrish. And we got a jump ball here as Jalen Kent gets in there. And whew, scary one right there. This one belongs to the Broncos. Jalen Kent's got to be careful. 4 fouls already. As aggressive as she is on defense. So Goings to inbound it here. Top of the key. On the near sideline here, they're trying to get it into Peyton Cox. Cox turns, shoots, can't get it to go. Brylan Springer pulled down the rebound, kicks it out to Jalen Kent. Kent going to push it up the floor for the Trojans. Going to hand it off to Allmeyer. Allmeyer down the corner to Mallory Springer. She's going to drive. Got away with the travel, and now we got a foul. Ooh. Boy, Mallory Springer got away with the travel there. The foul comes against the Broncos. It is on number 13, McKenna Detker, her second. Mallory Springer to inbound right in front of the Trojan bench. Aaron Johnson, leading scorer last night on the bench, only 2 points tonight. She's struggled tonight. Here's Brylan Springer for 3. It's off the glass. Will go. Elizabeth Kubik got the rebound and put it in. Trojans with a 3-point lead now, 29-26, 5:50 left in the ball game. Elizabeth Kubik, the freshman, with her 4th point of the night. Here's Holtis. Working on the left wing. Timeout by Matt Cox. We're going to take one with them. Trojans up by 3 with 5:43 left in the game. 29-26 your score. Back after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
If you have an appointment at a specialty clinic in North Platte or in Kearney, and if you're not sure how you're going to get there, Tri-Valley Health System Public Transportation is happy to transport passengers from within their normal service area to destinations outside their service area for specialty medical appointments or even for personal shopping. To schedule your ride Monday through Friday with Tri-Valley Public Transportation and to see if they service your area, call 308-697-1164. 697-1164. Tri-Valley Health System.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader.
Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florham back here with you, along with August Miller back at the studios in McCook. 29-26 your score. Cambridge with a 3-point lead here. A lot of time left, though, in this ball game. Let's thank Pinpoint Communications, Red Willow Chemical, River Valley Services, Ruggles Seeds, Runza, Samway Floor Covering and Furniture, and Salmon Grill Yard, Sodtown Sundry, Southwest Farm and Auto Supply, along with Southwest Public Power District and Stockman's Bank and Susie's Creative Stitches for being sponsors here this evening. Trojans up by 3, 5:43 left in the game, so a lot of time left. Broncos have the ball in front of their own bench. Trojans have Elizabeth Kubik, Brian Springer, Mallory Springer, Jalen Kent, Bailey Allmeyer on the floor. It's Peyton Cox, Gracie Goings, McKenna Detker, Isabel Steno, and here's a long pass in for, they're going to call a foul on Jalen Kent here, and she's going to be done. Jalen Kent is just fouled out of the ball game. 4 points on the night, but more importantly, the defense is where she was excelling at. So going to bring in Emery Tomlin. Surprised that Aaron Johnson has not been in the game. I did not see her get hurt. She has struggled a little bit tonight. So that'll bring in Emery Tomlin back in the ballgame. They throw it in. Gracie Goings off the back of Brian Springer and then shoots an air ball, and Bailey Allmeyer's got it. Allmeyer bringing it up the floor. Kicks it off to Mallory Springer. Springer working on the left side. And, wow, another reach in right there. No foul called in. Even Gracie Goings, she got elbowed right in the chest by Mallory Springer. But it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Bronco basketball. Only one foul called on the Broncos this whole second half. Gracie Goings working against Springer. Goes into Detker. Detker kicks it over to Parrish. She loses the ball. It's on the floor. Picked up by Mallory Springer for the Trojans. Trojans. Mallory Springer working it up the floor, working against Parrish. Kicks it off to Allmeyer. Allmeyer working up top of the key. Going to come to the left side to Mallory Springer. Now to Elizabeth Kubik. Goes inside. Bryden Springer has it knocked away by Peyton Cox. So still for the Broncos. Just went under the 5-minute mark. Still over half the quarter left here. 3-point lead for the Trojans, 29-26. 4:50 left in the ball game. Goings knocked away by Brylan Springer. Now to get it inside to, and we're going to have a charge here against Peyton Cox. Her second foul of the ball game. (29-26) Trojans, and now they're going to put a full court press on. Springer gets it into Bailey Allmeyer. Allmeyer up the floor to Brylan Springer. Backdoor pass to Emery Tomlin. Across the timeline, stolen away by Parrish, and you got to take care of the basketball there, ladies. Peyton Cox is going to walk it up the floor for the Broncos. She'll be picked up by Brylan Springer. Springer off to Parrish. Parrish on the left wing, or right wing, excuse me. Back up top it comes. Decker almost stolen away by Allmeyer. Gets it back off. This is Steno. Steno working inside, gets it to Peyton Cox. Turnaround jumper, won't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Mallory Springer. Kicks it off to Emery Tomlin. Tomlin back to Mallory Springer. She'll work it up the floor. Crosses the timeline, skips it over to Allmeyer. Short corner on the right side. Shots on the way. It's short. Rebound. Allmeyer gets it back. Turns, kicks it back out to Mallory Springer. Elbow shot is in. Mallory Springer with 16 points. For the Trojans, they're up by 5. 3:55 left in the game. It's 31-26. Cambridge with the lead. Goings with the ball for Wauneta-Palisade. Crosses the timeline. Working at the top of the key against Mallory Springer. Comes to Parrish here on the right side. 3 on the way. It's off the back of the rim. Won't go. And, wow, no over the back call there. And now we're going to have a foul underneath. Coach Hollander not happy about that. Man, that was a nice box out by Tomlin. And over the back right there. And nobody got called. There was no call there. And Mallory Springer picks up her first foul of the ball game. Isabel Steno at the free throw line to shoot 2. 31-26 your score. Trojans up by 5. 3:38 left in the game. Steno trying to cut into the lead. Hits the first one. Checking in the ball game is Emma Acton. Parrish will go to the bench. So Steno to shoot the second one. 4-point Trojan lead. 3:38 left in the game. And the free throw is short. Allmeyer picks up the rebound. Allmeyer working up the floor against Goings. Gets double teamed. Kicks it off. This is Tomlin with it. Back up top to Allmeyer. She'll work to the right side. Guarded by Goings. Comes back over. Gets it to Tomlin. Up top high. Gets it back off to Allmeyer. Now to Springer on the right wing. Springer guarded by Decker. Goes into Bri Linspringer. Shots on. And there's going to be a foul by Peyton Cox. That'll send Bri Linspringer to the free throw line to shoot 2. Peyton Cox going to pick up her third. So Bri Linspringer on the night. 5 points, all in the first half. Been very quiet here in the second half. Springer free throw on the way. Swish. 6 points now for Bri Linspringer. 5-point lead here for the Trojans. Trying to make it 6. Bri free throws on the way. She's got it. She's a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Just one field goal tonight, but she has 7 points. Up the floor it comes. Detker on the left wing. Back to Goings. Goings trying to drive. Kicks it off to Peyton Cox. She gets inside. Kicks it back out to Acton. Back to Goings. 3 on the way. It's short off the front of the rim and rebound by Allmeyer. Allmeyer going to work it up the floor. Gets across. Now throws it down inside to Bri Linspringer. Shots up. Linspringer misses a wide open shot. Now we got a jump ball. It's going to belong to the Trojans. Man, Bri Lin just got a little bit of a hurry right there. She was too wide open. She said, oh my goodness. Aspen Webb checking into the ball game. Webb will come in for Emery Tomlin. Mallory Springer. Nope, it's going to be Aspen Webb inbounding the ball here. Box set for the Trojans underneath their own basket near side. Mallory Springer, wide open 3 from the wing. It's off the back of the rim, won't go. Peyton Cox pulls down the rebound. 2:48 left in the ball game. Trojans up by 6, 33-27. Peyton Cox down the floor looking for Steno. She's going to be down inside. She throws it back up top, and that was just throwing it away, and Goings was happened to be there. Goings going to hand it off to Steno. Steno working up top. Going to kick it back. This is Detker with it. Back to Goings. Thought about that NBA, longer than NBA. Threw the lob it inside for Peyton Cox. Turnaround jumpers up and in. Peyton Cox with 11 now. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take one with them. 2:20 left in the ball game. 33-29. Trojans are up by 4. Back after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
Cope Family Dentistry is now Medicine Creek Family Dentistry. Call Medicine Creek Family Dentistry in Cambridge to book appointments with Dr. Dean Cope or Dr. Lindsay White. Medicine Creek Family Dentistry is still in the same location. Same kind and caring faces and same great quality service. Their phone number is the same too. 308-697-3736. That's 308-697-3736. Cope Family Dentistry is now Medicine Creek Family Dentistry in Cambridge.
The most coverage lives here.
True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florham back with you, along with August Miller back at the studios in McCook, doing her thing back there, keeping us on the air. 33-29, Trojans with the lead as we are nearing, kind of getting down towards crunch time here. Jalen Kent fouled out with about 4.5 minutes left in the ball game. And so she is not on the floor. Aaron Johnson has not played at all this second half. Well, she did. She went up down the floor about twice and has been on the bench since. A lot of that flu bug going around. Maybe she has part of that. Tomlin to inbound it. Trying to find somebody. Now gets it into Bri Linspringer. Back to Tomlin. Tomlin working it up the floor. Finds Allmeyer on the right side. Gets double team. Allmeyer across the timeline. Top of the key. Left side. Mallory Springer. Going to try to drive. Goes inside to Bri Linspringer. Ball on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to belong to the Broncos. And how was there no foul called there again? Whew. 33-29 your score. 2:05 left in the game. Broncos have the ball coming left to right. Trojans have a 4-point lead. Goings going to cross the timeline here. Time's starting to become a factor now. Goings goes inside to Peyton Cox. Double team. Spin move into the middle of the lane. Can't get the shot to go. Rebounds chased down by Allmeyer. And now Peyton Cox is going to pick up her 4th foul. Team's 4th foul. So a minute 47 left in the game. Trojans up by 4. They wanted to go, but the referee had not handed the ball in yet. Every time he just standing there holding it, everybody else right around the floor. She's like, I don't think I was supposed to throw it in yet. She was right. Get it into Mallory Springer. Springer up the floor to Allmeyer. Across the timeline, right side. Going to drive inside, working against Peyton Cox. Shot won't go. Peyton Cox is done. She just fouled out of the ball game. So the 2 best players on the floor, for the one for the Trojans, Jalen Kent, now Peyton Cox. Both have fouled out of the ball game. Peyton Cox with 1:41 left in the game. And that is huge. She fouls out with 11 points on the night. And Bailey Allmeyer will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Allmeyer's free throw off the rim won't go. She's 0 for 3 on the night. Has not scored. This would be a big one if she could score right here. Trojans are up by 4. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Is it going to be a 30 or a full? Let's see here. It's going to be a full timeout. Let's take one with them. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Breakfast is better with Taco John's in McCook. Enjoy Mexican donut bites with a delicious hot coffee. Taco John's has the best burritos. The Scrambler, meat and potato, and even spicy chorizo. And right now, get 2 sausage or bacon meat and potato burritos for just $6.50. Yes, just $6.50. No trip to Taco John's is complete without a hot and fresh order of Olays. Bigger, bolder, better. Taco John's, West 8th and B in McCook.
The Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC, 33-29. Trojans with a 4-point lead. Bailey Allmeyer will be at the free throw line shooting. I believe there's like 127 left in the ball game. We do find out when the timeout clock goes off. Let's thank TKO Pest Control, Taco John's, Tri-Valley Health System, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation, Vero Wireless, Walgreens Supermarket, Wauneta Care and Therapy Center, Wauneta Crossroads, Waypoint Bank of Cambridge, Webb's Oilfield Service, and Western Select Genetics. Lance Schiff. Excuse me, there's 141 left in the ball game. Thanks to all the sponsors. You guys do a great job making sure that we are here to do the games. Football, basketball, volleyball, we're doing them all. Allmeyer at the free throw line with the Trojans up by 4, trying to make it a 5-point lead. Gets the ball, shots on the way, and she got it. Allmeyer's first point of the night. The Trojans go up by 5, now 34-29. Not been a pretty game, but they're in it. Detker checking into the ball game, and somebody's got to come out for Wauneta-Palisade. They got 6 people on the floor. Holthouse is going to go out. Mallory Springer has been the lead scorer for the Trojans tonight with 16 points. Here's Goings working against Mallory Springer. Goes to the left side, loses the ball, but she gets it right back. She's going to try to drive inside, and she's going to get called for the charge. A great play by number 15, Bailey Allmeyer, and she goes down hard, though, and she's holding the back of her head. She'll have to come out of the ball game. Aspen Webb will check in. So Goings is going to pick up her second foul. It's a player control foul, so no free throws will be shot. Allmeyer's going to have to come out of the ball game since they stopped play for her. Came right down on that ponytail right there, and so it'll be Trojan basketball. Got to go length of the floor. 34-29. They lead it with 1:29 left. They got the ball going right to left. Mallory Springer going to lob it in for Brylin Springer. And Brylin travels. A turnover with 1:28. Man, I think more than 1 second should have ran off the clock there, but it didn't. And they get it into Goings. Time starting to become a factor. We're down to 1:20. Goings left side to Acton. Acton back up top to Parrish. Parrish back to Goings here on the right side. She's thought about the three. She's going to try to drive. Gets inside, working against Brylin Springer. Lays it up and in. Goings with 11 points now. 34-29. Or 34-31. Excuse me, 3-point ball game. 1:03 left in the game. Mallory Springer throws it up the floor for Elizabeth Kubik. She's going to try to drive. Puts a shot pass inside to Brylin Springer, and it's up and in. Brylan Springer with her second field goal of the night. She's got 9 points. Trojans back up by 5. 50 seconds left. Goings to the free throw line. Drives, shoots, and she's going to be fouled. Boy, you don't want Gracie Goings at the free throw line. She's 3 of 3 on the night. Don't want them to score with the clock stopped either. Foul is on Emery Tomlin, her second. So going to the free throw line. 3 for 3 on the night, and no, misses the first one. 5-point lead for the Trojans with 45.9 left in the game. Goings' second one is in. 12 points for Gracie Goings. She's going to lead the Broncos tonight in scoring. They get it into Brylan Springer. Springer gives it back to Mallory Springer. Trojans bringing it up the floor. Gets it across the timeline via the pass to Brylan Springer. Down the lane she goes. She's fouled. And Parrish is going to pick up her first foul of the night. Brylan Springer will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. But the Trojans up 4 and 36 seconds left in the ball game. (36-32) Trojans. Brylan Springer at the free throw line tonight. 2 shots coming up here. Brylan with the free throw. It's on the way. It's in. 10 points now. Her and Mallory both in double figures. Only 2 Trojans in double figures tonight. 5-point lead. Brylan trying to make it 6. Shots on the way. It's off the rim. Misses it. It's her first miss of the night from the free throw line. She was 6 of 6 before that. Here's Goings with 30 seconds left. Working to the right side. Going to stop. She's going to take the 3. It's off the front of the rim. Airballed it, actually. Detker gets the rebound, puts it up, misses it. Rebound, Brylan Springer. Brylan out to Mallory Springer. Ball's on the floor loose, and we're going to have a jump ball. Coach Hollander, they're going to give a timeout to Matt Cox, and Coach Hollander's asking how do they have a timeout when both teams had the ball right there. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one with them. 37-32 when we come back. Less than 30 seconds left in the ball game. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Looking for that great course with lush fairways and fast, pure rolling greens? Looking for that course whose price doesn't break your pocketbook? Well, look no further than Cross Creek Golf Links in Cambridge. Tough enough to challenge the best golfers and easy enough to bring the whole family. A great golf course and a great price. And don't forget to check out the Facebook page and website for upcoming tournaments and other events. Call the clubhouse for more information at 308-697-4768. Your jewel of the Southwest. Cross Creek Golf Links in Cambridge.
A member of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florham back here with you, along with August Miller, back at the studios in McCook. 37-32 your score. The Trojans with the lead. I'm going to give you the exact time here. I know it's under tipped. 18.6 seconds left in the game. The Broncos have the ball underneath their own basket. Off the far side, they're going left to right. Goings to inbound it. Their best three-point shooter inbound. They look for her to go back out to the corner. They're going to try to get it in. They get it into Detker. Detker, spin move. They throw it inside for Goings. It's tipped away. Bet she's got it. Now she puts it up and in. Goings has 14. Get it into Brylan Springer. Back to Mallory Springer. Down to 8 seconds. Up the floor it comes. Aspen Webb. Going to drive. She's going to put the shot up and in. Aspen Webb seals the deal for the Trojans. They're going to win this one. They do. 39-34. The Trojans pull it out in the second half. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here with your Cabelli Physical Therapy postgame show right after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
It's snack o'clock, and Taylor is at Runza.
I get that afternoon craving, and bam, Junior Ranch chicken wrap.
Bam.
And sometimes it's like, boom, Junior Buffalo chicken wrap.
Boom.
And sometimes it's like, bam, boom, I'm going to have one of each. Little present to myself, all wrapped up in a tortilla.
You've earned it, buddy. Stop in for a ranch or buffalo chicken wrap today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
At Hogemeyer, local means something greater. From our products to our people, we know what hybrids and varieties thrive here better than anyone. And we serve our neighbors in the Western Corn Belt with nothing less than the best. World-class seed offerings, hometown pride. That's Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Call Ryan Huxell of Huxell Seeds today